Hello humans and pets. Today we are going to be trying Quarn.
What is Quarn, you ask?
It's meatless meat.
It is meatless
gourmet
burgers. Everyone's still on the craze now with the Impossible Burgers or the Beyond Meats, and I've tried. We tried the Impossible Burger, the Whopper,
Impossible Whopper,
and we didn't put that video up. But honestly, when it first came out, we'll have to go back and revisit that. Maybe we'll have to try it again, but. We both preferred. It actually had more flavor than the actual Whopper. We did a Whopper and an Impossible one, and it actually, to me, had better taste and more flavor than it.
Better,
So we saw this meatless gourmet burger option by Quarn. Never heard of them, and we said, let's give it a try. Let's see if it looks like meat, tastes like meat. We tried the mushrooms. Go back, mushroom jerky. Remember?
Yeah, it was.
It was one of our only fails. Actually,
it was delicious.
It was not good. Go back and watch that video. But so we decided. I've been wanting to try a variety because there's a lot of them coming out now, and I really get the basis of it and the idea behind wanting to eat, and it puts less strain on it. But it was a little. It had no. As far as cooking, we already cooked it, and then whoosh, the miracle of science.
Wow. Science.
So it says to what? Cook for 8 minutes until golden brown on both sides. You had to put a little oil in the pan. We just pan fried them because we get a snowstorm.
It doesn't have a temperature to cook it at.
Well, it did. It didn't say on the stove.
It said cook it to
internal temperature. Yeah. So I didn't. With this, that was always the question in my head. When the first came out, you had to make sure you cooked it to oblivion, but who would want to eat a burger if it's cooked to oblivion? I personally like it medium rare, but I kind of cooked it all the way through, so we'll see. Yeah. It looks like a burger. They weren't fancy coming out of the box, I can tell you that.
No,
so
definitely not.
We'll go, and then we have so we're going to try it plain, and we're going to try it how I would normally eat a burger. And then we'll see if you say yay or nay.
Yeah.
We didn't put the toppings on, so let's try it.
I put mine on.
Well, go ahead. Right. We can try the regular one.
This is meatless burger.
Yes.
From Quarn.
Yes, it's one of the plant-based. Again, I've never even heard of this brand.
Plant-based. It has eggs in it.
I didn't purchase it. My wife did, and she said it was pricey. I don't know what the price was, so I'm not really sure. There was only 4 burgers in the package.
Let's hope, like it says, it's a gourmet burger.
Let's see. Let's. I'm gonna go right at it like a savage. So, to tear it apart, it looks meat-esque, right?
Yeah.
You're doing that. So, let's give it a try. Let's see what it tastes like. Is there a glare?
No. That's strange.
You're going to say strange? I don't think that's the adjective they were looking for.
Well, I feel like it's strange.
I knew we should have did the hamburger on the side. Just the normal store-bought hamburger.
I mean, it's not bad.
To taste the difference. I don't have a badness flavor-wise. It's actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. There is an aftertaste. I'm trying to figure out what that is. That you probably won't tell when you bury it with ketchup and mustard or whatever you put on your hamburger. But I really don't mind it. I'm trying to think, does it have the same texture as if you had a hamburger, like a frozen patty, just a regular frozen patty?
Yeah,
it really does. So. It has the same feel.
Oh, a frozen patty?
Yeah, not like if you had made your own hamburger patty.
It doesn't taste as much as like a burger as like a sausage, I feel like. It tastes more like bologna.
I actually put this on the wrong one, so I'm going to put this over here. You think so? We took 2 buns. I was gonna try one. As a bologna?
It tastes not like a burger. It tastes more like a hot dog, which I don't mind.
I wonder how it would have been if we would have grilled it up.
It has a smoky taste.
It does. It does have a. It has a flavor all on its own. I got to be honest with you.
It's not bad.
I like it. I want to just see without all the fixings. I'm just gonna hit it with a normal like okay, we're just gonna put ketchup and mustard on it like I would normally make a burger. And try it, and then I'll try it with all the fixings. I don't think I put ketchup
Without the onion and the...
Without the onion and the stuff like that. Because that all masks the actual flavor of it. But my thinking behind the plant-based foods is... I really think if they could come up with a way, and I've said this to you before, because we watched the... can I say the Mark?
I don't care.
Rober's thing with Bill Gates. I really do believe they have a chance. They could actually, they could turn meatless only to meat eaters into meatless eaters if
it's cheaper.
If it's a price point. And right now it's more expensive. And I thought they were going to go it's healthier for you, but right now it's basically the same.
Yeah.
You get more calories and different things from the different, if not worse. Correct. But if they ever figured it out. I mean, like we said, we tried the Impossible Whopper, and
it was good. It tasted better than the regular.
Honestly,
Whopper.
we're gonna have to go back and do that again. We'll have to go to Burger King and try that. If you guys want to see that, leave a couple comments because we want to see the comments anyways. Leave a comment, see if you want to see a competition between a regular Whopper and an Impossible Whopper, and we'll do that one again. We did do it when it first came out, but we never posted a video. So let me just take you. Go ahead, see what you.
Well, this is like my fixins.
What? You're not putting anything on it?
Well, I put mustard on it.
This is like the McDonald's hamburger, nothing.
Speaking of McDonald's, we just did a spicy nugget review.
Yep, that was good. So I'm doing this because I just want to try it plain again. I'll be honest with you, with
I'm impressed.
you know, we call that other. We used to buy a box
It
of
came
like
in like
20.
it was like a big.
It was
box,
cheap. I don't even know what
frozen.
kind, if it was real meat or not. We get it at Walmart all the time, but it was
Frozen
cheap.
patties.
Those tiny frozen. We call it mush meat because no matter what you do to the meat,
It was just
you
great.
can't seem to crisp it up. And this one we cook slow. I wonder how this would be on the actual grill. This was actually probably pretty good on the grill. I wonder if it would soak in the flavor.
How was the bun?
The bun's good. It's fresh. I bought it today. But this right here, just eating it, even plain, I'm enjoying it. I could eat this. If I didn't know this was
Quarn.
a meatless gourmet patty,
Yeah.
and someone just cooked it on the grill and threw it in front of me, I would have just figured it was a frozen store-bought, you know.
I think that's what they're really good at doing now, you know? I feel like it's hard to distinguish meat versus non-meat if you make it well. And then it all comes to which one tastes better. You know, real meat or non-meat.
You try that and let me see if you can, even with the ketchup and a little bit of mustard, it has like a smoky, it really does have like a smoky taste.
This
like
one has
it was
cheese
cooked
on
outside. And all we did was just cook it on a stovetop. I just cooked it in a pan because, it's snowing outside today, so.
I used 2 bottom buns.
I noticed that. I gotta be honest, I might even like this better than the mush meat. I think it has more flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you get that, the taste of the actual meat itself comes through, even with the ketchup and the stuff on it.
There's no meat, though.
Whatever this might be made out of, and I can't, I don't have my glasses, I can't read it, but whatever concoction, because I have never seen myself, and leave comments if you happen to see it where you guys are at. I can't find like Impossible Burgers in the stores or the Beyond Meats and stuff like that. Like they're not a common thing yet, and that's what they got to get that shelf space if they ever want to try to compete. Like at Walmart, you can find some of these meatless ones. It's in a little freezer section in the middle of the store, hidden, you know, like way in the back.
Not where all the other stuff is.
It's not, where the common, you know, but that was my thing when it first came out. I said, if they make like ground hamburg and stuff and when I used to listen to Howard Stern's, he advertised, and I forget what the name brand is that he advertised for, but you can get ground hamburger, ground pork. They make imitation chicken. So if you're interested in seeing more of these, of the plant-based foods, leave a comment below, and I'll keep my eye out, because they make hot dogs, plant-based hot dogs. So, well, you're eating it, so it's not bad.
No.
I'm going to try it with all the fixings while you talk and see. But honestly, with just the mustard and ketchup, to me, it tasted just as good as a burger.
Miles above the jerky. Miles above. That was not good. That was bad.
I just made a mess on my face. But yeah, the meatless, the mushroom jerky was a fail.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
Yeah, see, when you put the pickles and the onions and the ketchup, it's a good burger.
Yeah.
This is just as good as any other meat product that I've had.
And it has 10 grams of protein per.
And I can say, when they first started pushing, like the people that were vegetarians, and they started making, when they first came out many, many moons ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if when it first came out, but a lot of years ago. And I bought the vegan or whatever it was, vegetarian burgers. You would rather eat the box that they came in than the burger just was terrible. These have come a long way. Like it has a flavor on its own without adding anything to it. Where it, under the guise, you wouldn't know. Like they did a good job. So overall, if you're curious, I recommend it. I would try it. I don't know what the price point was. I believe it was more than if I. So would I spend?
Just bought 4 patties.
Right. If I spent more money to buy them again. No, but if they could bring the price point down and you could get it to compete, I mean that. I have no problem with eating one of these again, as opposed to.
It's all preference thing at the end of the day. But if I close my eyes, and there were 2 of them in front of me. And there was one here and one here, and I took a bite and I took a bite. I don't think I would taste the difference.
Well, and that's why I was gonna do that. I was gonna cook like just 2 Walmart patties and 2 of these, and then side by side like we did with the Whopper and see. But you wanted to just try it on its own, and on its own, without having anything to compare to, it was a decent, decent frozen patty burger. Let's put it that way. It's not, you're not going to get it at a 5-star restaurant, and it's certainly not gourmet. But
it's frozen.
If you're getting a frozen patty and you're just throwing it on there without seasoning it at all, because sometimes I like to throw a little seasoning on a patty to give it a little flavor, it has a flavor all on its own. It's actually was good. And when I took them out, to be honest with you, I told them, you might want to take a picture of this before we even cook it, because
they looked...
They weren't the best looking burgers.
Nah.
You know what I mean? They look like little hockey pucks right off the bat. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how are we going to cook it without making them look worse like a hockey puck? But, I cooked it medium temperature and, 8 minutes like it said. And, but it's cooked all the way through. And, I don't know. You'd have to read. I know there's a whole competition between Beyond and Impossible. And they want the burger to actually bleed. And one uses beet juice and one uses...
some weird thing.
Something that is a little suspect at this time. They're not sure if it's good or it's bad, but there was none of that in the Quarn. It was just, it cooked right through. It had no liquid. I don't know if you've ever made like turkey bacon. You got to add a oil to the pan because there's nothing that comes out of it. There was nothing that came out of this. But overall, I recommend it if you're interested.
Meatless burgers.
Quarn Meatless. Well, I don't think that's the name of it. Quarn Gourmet. Meatless Gourmet Burgers. That's what it says. So
that's what's on the box.
And it does say it has what? A lot of protein. This way. Yeah. So
10 grams of protein per thing, which is kind of unbelievable. If you want protein but don't want to eat meat, give it a shot. It tasted okay.
Well, the whole thing about the environment is they say, the meatless products put less of a strain on the environment because the beef industry takes up half the land and half the water, and
half
You know,
of
so-
everything else.
You know, yeah. So I can see why the movement is going, and honestly, never heard of the brand, but
Yeah.
you know, maybe they'll make a push for the other two. You know, because I thought it was good. So, go on.
Quarn.